I've never believed in the paranormal, but I can't explain what's happening to me. 3 weeks ago, I bought an antique mirror at an estate sale in Providence. The woman selling it seemed desperate to get rid of it, practically forcing it into my hands for $20. The frame was exquisite, hand-carved mahogany with intricate roses and thorns winding around the edges. The glass itself was flawless, not a single scratch despite being over 100 years old according to the tag. I should have asked why she was so eager to sell it. I should have noticed how she wouldn't look at it directly, but I was too excited about the deal. I hung it in my bedroom that same afternoon, right across from my bed. That's when I noticed something strange. When I stood in front of it to check the placement, I couldn't see my face. At first I thought it was the angle, so I adjusted my position. Nothing changed. The mirror showed everything behind me with perfect clarity. My bed, the window, the dresser. But where my reflection should have been, there was just the background, as if I was invisible. I moved closer, thinking maybe the silvering was damaged in that particular spot. But no matter where I stood, the result was the same. The mirror reflected everything except me. It only showed what was behind me. I found it unsettling but fascinating. Maybe it was some kind of antique one-way glass. I posted about it online, and someone suggested it might be a rare type of scrying mirror used for spirit communication in the Victorian era. That should have been my first warning. For the first week, nothing else happened. I got used to using it to check if I'd left my window open, or if my cat was on the bed without turning around. It was actually kind of useful in a weird way. Then 10 days ago, I saw something in the reflection that changed everything. It was past midnight. I'd gotten up to use the bathroom and caught a glimpse of the mirror as I walked by. In the reflection, standing in the corner behind where I would have been, was a figure. Tall, impossibly thin, with arms that hung too low. I spun around so fast I nearly fell. The corner was empty. My heart pounding. I looked back at the mirror. The figure was still there, exactly where it had been. I turned on every light in the room. The corner remained empty. But in the mirror, the figure stood in shadow, unmoving. I couldn't make out any features, just a dark silhouette that seemed to absorb the light around it. I didn't sleep that night. I threw a sheet over the mirror and pushed my dresser in front of it, but I could feel it there, behind the sheet, showing me something I couldn't see with my own eyes. The next morning, in daylight, I felt ridiculous. I removed the sheet and looked. Just my bedroom. No figure. I convinced myself it had been a trick of the light, a shadow cast by something outside my window. I was tired, that's all. I left the mirror uncovered. That was my second mistake. Each night, the figure appeared again. And each night, it was closer. The first night after I saw it, the figure had been in the far corner, maybe 10 feet from where I stood. The next night, it was beside my dresser, 8 feet, then by my bed, 6 feet. I measured. I actually got out a tape measure like a crazy person and measured the distance between where I stood and where the figure appeared to be standing behind me. Every night it moved exactly 2 feet closer. I tried not to look at the mirror at night, but I couldn't help myself. It was like watching a car crash in slow motion. I had to know where it was. 5 nights ago, the figure was only 2 feet behind where I stood, close enough that I could almost make out details. It had no face that I could see, just a smooth expanse where features should be. Its fingers were long, too many joints ending in points. The worst part was that it wasn't standing anymore. It was leaning forward, as if examining me. I called the woman who sold me the mirror. The number was disconnected. I went back to the address where the estate sale had been. The house was empty, a for sale sign in the yard. The neighbor said no estate sale had happened there. The house had been vacant for 3 months. I don't know who I bought the mirror from. 3 nights ago, the figure was directly behind me in the reflection. If it had been real, I could have reached back and touched it. I couldn't see its face, but I had the overwhelming sensation that it was looking at me, really looking at me, seeing things deeper than skin and bone. I tried to smash the mirror. I really did. I took a hammer to it. The hammer bounced off the glass like it was made of steel, didn't leave a scratch. I tried to take it down from the wall, but the mounting brackets wouldn't budge as if they'd fused with the wall itself. 2 nights ago, I saw its hand move, just slightly, rising up, fingers stretching toward where the back of my neck would be. I ran out of my apartment and slept in my car. When I came back the next morning, the mirror showed my empty bedroom. No figure. I thought maybe it was over. Maybe it could only appear at night, and I'd just avoid looking at the mirror after dark. But last night something changed. I've been so careful not to look. I kept my eyes down as I got ready for bed, facing away from the mirror. But at 3:17 a.m., I woke up feeling cold. My breath was misting in front of my face, though it was summer, and my AC wasn't even on. I sat up, and my eyes went to the mirror before I could stop myself. The figure was there, but this time it wasn't behind me. I wasn't in front of the mirror. I was in bed, 10 feet away. Yet the figure stood in the reflection exactly where it would be if it were standing directly behind me, as if the mirror was showing me a different location than where I actually was, as if it was showing me where I would be standing. As I watched, frozen, I saw myself walk into the frame of the mirror. Not my real self, I was still in bed, but a reflection of me moving on its own, approaching the mirror. The figure's hand reached out and touched the reflection's shoulder. The moment its fingers made contact, I felt pressure on my own shoulder. Ice cold, sharp points pressing through my shirt. I screamed and lunged for the light switch. The pressure vanished. When I looked back, the mirror showed only my bedroom. But on my shoulder, there are 5 small marks. Not quite bruises, not quite burns. They're gray like old frost damage, and they won't go away. I'm in my car again. It's been daylight for 3 hours, but I'm afraid to go back inside, because I know what's going to happen tonight. The figure has been getting closer every night, moving exactly 2 feet each time. Last night, it touched me. Tonight, I don't think it will be in the mirror anymore. Tonight, I think when I turn around, it will finally be there. The mirror doesn't just show what's behind you. It shows what's coming for you. And there's nowhere left for me to run, because it's not following me through space. It's following me through time, 2 feet closer every night, until the distance becomes 0. I can feel it now, even in daylight. A cold spot that moves with me, always just behind my right shoulder, where I can't see it, unless I find a mirror. I've been checking every reflective surface I pass. Store windows, phone screens, car mirrors. In all of them, I see only myself. But in one, just one, the mirror in my bedroom that I can't escape, I know what I'll see. And it's not 2 feet away anymore. Because I felt those fingers again, just a moment ago. I felt them in my hair. Whatever's been getting closer every night has finally arrived. And the worst part? I just caught my reflection in my phone screen. For just a second, I saw my face. But behind me, in this bright parking lot in the middle of the day, there was a shadow. A tall shadow with 2 long arms. The mirror showed me the truth.